hardly know anything about them. Every time I bring them up, Nick changes the subject.
It's the story of an Asian-American girl meeting her Asian boyfriend's super-rich family.
Nick, we can't afford this. So
She wasn't the only one overwhelmed by the privilege displayed in John Woo's portrayal of Asia's moneyed elite. Since hitting the big screen, there's been much talk about Crazy Rich Asians' failure to show the less affluent side of where the movie's set.
There is this focus on ostentatious wealth. It's unfortunately a bit of a stereotype that Singapore has, and what happens there is that it helps reinforce the marginalization.
Ian Chong is a political scientist who covers social divisions. He says depicting only the wealthy portion of Asian society can be detrimental to people's understanding of reality.
Especially if it becomes then an excuse to say, well, you know, we are not seeing these visible areas of poverty, we're not thinking about them, we don't have to do anything about them.
Singapore is one of the richest countries per capita in the world. There are no official statistics on how wealth is distributed there, but one study by Credit Suisse shows a fifth of the population owns only 1% of the overall wealth. Many struggle to make ends meet. But it's here in Hong Kong, another super wealthy city featured in Crazy Rich Asians, where the wealth gap is particularly worrying. Despite adding more billionaires than any other city in the world last year, official data showed 1 in every 5 people live below the poverty line. One of the most visible signs of income disparity in Hong Kong is its so-called cardboard grannies. Mrs. Tam is one of them. She's 82 years old but has no money to retire. Every morning she comes here to collect cardboard to take to a recycler. She makes around $3 a day doing this back-breaking work, and life has never been easy for her.
When we were growing up, we had nothing to eat.
Mrs. Tam receives an old age allowance from the government of about $300 a month, but most of that goes towards paying the rent for a small room in this building. She has to walk up 5 flights to get to it.
Even if you worry, there's nothing you can do about it, but it does hurt my knees.
A lot of poor people will say this is a rich man's heaven, a poor man's hell, because income disparity is very serious.
Official statistics show Hong Kong's wealth gap is at a historic high. The richest households earn around 44 times what the city's poorest families get by on. And as living costs continue to rise, there's little those caught in the poverty trap can do to improve their situation.
A lot of them work hard their whole lives, but they never have a warm bed or a good meal to eat, because they are always working and have to suffer.
And many critics say there's little being done to help them share in the growing wealth of Asia's booming economies. Patrick Fogg, TRT World, Hong Kong.